Prince Harry and Meghan Markle supported each other by holding hands as they left a service at Westminster Hall, following a procession that saw the Queen's coffin leave Buckingham Palace for the last time. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex joined all of the other members of the royal family for a moving service for the late monarch on Wednesday. Led by the Archbishop of Canterbury and accompanied by the Dean of Westminster, it lasted about 20 minutes. As people in the UK and around the world mourn the loss of Queen Elizabeth II, members of the royal family are grieving her death while the public watches. A body language expert has said, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle appeared to break formation to come together for what appeared to be a desperately important recoupling after honouring the Queen. Once the short moving service was over and the Queen's relatives left the hall, the Sussexes were one of the few royal couples to hold hands with a tight grip after both had bowed and curtsied to the coffin. Harry and Meghan tightly gripped each other's hands as they left Westminster Hall, while most of the other royal couples in the procession party walked side by side not touching. Ever since they made their first appearance in 2017, Prince Harry and Meghan haven't been shy about showing PDA. During that first public outing together they were not only holding hands but also hugging and smiling as they whispered in each other's ears. And according to body language expert Judy James, their hand-holding gesture was very noticeable and one it appeared they needed. She told the Mirror, inside the service the wives joined their husbands, but again the large spatial distances looked deliberate to create an air of formality. As they couples filed out they seemed to keep to this formation apart form Harry and Meghan, who moved closer and stretched their arms across the gap to hold hands in a mutual ray-linking gesture. They used their clasped hands as a method of offering support, comfort and reassurance to each other, and the ray coupling appeared to be desperately important to them. Looking at Harry and Meghan, they are certainly in love. Their constant hand holding, cuddling, leaning on each other, are displays of affection, which are definitely genuine and not for the cameras. The only ones that did follow Harry and Meghan's lead were the Queen's granddaughter Zara Tindall and her husband Mike Tindall. Meanwhile, the Prince and Princess of Wales rarely hold hands when they step out in public. However, James believes that there's actually a deliberate and practical reason for that. William and Kate's habit of not holding hands in public seems to be based on a conscious decision rather than any aversion to this particular form of PDA, she explained via Express. They were photographed off camera walking through a hotel lobby this year holding hands happily like any other couple, so the choice to allow their arms to hang close but with the hands not quite touching seems to be deliberate. Solemn members of the royal family gathered today as they accompany the Queen for her poignant final journey from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, where she will lie in state underneath its ancient hammer beam roof. The Princess of Wales, the Duchess of Sussex, the Countess of Wessex, and Sophie's daughter Lady Louise, 18, all gave the moving tribute when leaving Westminster Hall. Meanwhile, the Duke of York's daughters Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice wiped away tears as they stood in front of the Queen's coffin. They were supported by their husbands Jack Brooksbank and Edo Mapelli Mozzi. During the service, the Fab Four stood in formation facing the coffin on its purple-covered catafalque, which was flanked with a tall, yellow flickering candle at each corner of the wide scarlet platform in the heart of Westminster Hall, the backdrop of some of the most famous moments in British history. Earlier today, King Charles and his three siblings, Andrew, Anne and Edward, and the Queen's grandsons Peter Phillips, William and Harry, who stood shoulder to shoulder, escorted the coffin from Buckingham Palace. Harry and William, who have had a rocky bond of late, were previously separated by their cousin and Princess Anne's son, Peter, as they walked behind Prince Philip's coffin at his funeral in April last year. Peter was not in between the brothers this time, suggesting further thawing of their relationship, according to Judy. Earlier, the Queen Consort Camilla accompanied Kate Middleton in a car to get to the service while Meghan sat in a different car with Sophie, Countess of Wessex.
Thank you for watching our latest video about the royal family. We always try to regularly update the latest news videos about the British royal family to meet your requirements. Our channel always has an objective: multi-dimensional view of the news. My main goal is just to entertain people. Hope you enjoy this news. If you have any questions or requests about content to watch, please leave a comment below this video of us.